What the hell is that noise? Something just ran down the stairs. Yo!
Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying, but what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing camping encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. Meet Darren, the man behind the YouTube channel Funky Prepper. On his channel, Darren shares all kinds of content, from interviews with fascinating people to survival adventures and practical tips on how to prepare for unexpected disasters. But in this video, Darren and his friend Mike take a different approach. They set out to spend a peaceful night in a remote old shelter hidden deep within the wilderness of Wales. The idea was simple: disconnect from everyday life, relax, and enjoy some time off in nature. But what was meant to be a calm and refreshing getaway quickly turned into a night they wouldn't forget. It's March 13th, 2025. After a long hike through the breathtaking Welsh Highlands, Darren and Mike finally arrive at the secluded shelter where they'll be staying. Right away, they notice the place is in complete disarray: dust, debris, and signs of long abandonment. So, before settling in, they take some time to clean it up and make the space more comfortable for the night. But neither of them realizes yet just how strange things are going to get.
This place was an absolute mess. It was awful, and we've just spent 45 minutes giving it a real good tidy up. It's quite handy if you was caught out in a pinch. You've got some food to keep you going, etc. And yeah, it is really nice that some people, you know, they've left these little battery LED lights. Oh my god, look at that spooky mask. What the hell? There's a little kitchen area, which we're not going to use. There's Mike having a little scout around, making his video. Don't jump! It's a long way down, bro. Wow. Wow, what a place.
Darren and Mike are in high spirits. With the fire crackling and the warmth slowly filling the old shelter, they kick back, enjoy a drink, and soak in the tranquility of their surroundings. For a while, everything is perfect. The chaos of everyday life feels far away, replaced by the peaceful sounds of nature and the occasional snap of wood in the fire. It seems like nothing could disturb their calm retreat. But little did they know, the night was only just beginning, and soon, their peaceful escape would take a chilling turn they never could have prepared for.
So, now is the time to chill, and it's overdue, dude. He's already chilled, look at him. Oh, dude. It's been mental. And do you know what, when we was walking around outside, it's really weird, right? Because even though we know we're the only ones out here for miles, it's like you just feel like... yeah, it's almost weird. Oh, yes. Holy cowsers. And who remembers these glasses? Ravenware from the 70s. Old school, baby. Oh, wow. Yeah. What's that? Yeah.
I thought I heard something on the window, actually. There is a lot of sheep outside, but they're not that tall, are they?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we should glass. Yeah, man. So yeah, this whiskey, oh man, it's really good. So it's weird because it's one of the times that I didn't bring any beer. I don't know. What is that? Oh,
I won't taste it until you've had it.
So, oh my god, I nearly picked up at the wrong end. We're not even slotted. Cheers, fella.
Cheers, mate.
Although what they just heard was totally unexplainable, Darren and Mike try to stay rational. They laughed it off nervously, telling themselves it was probably just a sheep wandering close to the shelter. After all, they'd seen a few roaming the area earlier that day. But deep down, they both feel it didn't quite sound like an animal. Still, they carry on, trying not to let their imaginations get the better of them. But whatever had made that sound, it wasn't done yet. And as the night grows darker and colder, things are only getting stranger.
Now and again, and because you're not used to it, and you have a few drinks, and it sort of catches up in it.
Oh, mate, I'm ready for
You're getting knackered, aren't you? Yeah, I know.
Sweet dreams all night, mate.
Oh, that fire, man. If you could look at that fire now, it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Fucking mental.
Well stoked.
Yeah, it certainly is.
What was that?
What the? Hold on, this is bizarre. Is that?
What? Now you're shitting me up.
Hey?
What do you mean?
There's something out there. I'm gonna go and have a look.
I've
No.
keep them going, mate, honestly.
Really? Oh god. There's something up there.
Me.
It's alright.
No, there's my torch.
Right, let me get out there. Deafening up. What the hell is that noise?
This time, the sound wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from upstairs. Grabbing their flashlights, they quietly made their way up the creaking stairs, fully expecting to confront someone or something. But when they reach the upper floor, they find nothing. Completely confused, they head back downstairs. And that's when they discover something just as unexplainable.
Bloody hell, what was that noise like? Did you hear? It's like a rolling noise. Dude! Door!
It's cold.
Jesus! Oh my god, that
Did you
was...
open that?
No! I went upstairs! I need to sit down. I'm a bit done in, mate, at the moment. I just need to get my head together. I can't believe we just filmed all this on freaking YouTube.
What's your one? Don't stand on the cigarette.
Yeah, cheers, man. Don't you? Please tell me that was you.
Yeah, I'm sat right next to you with my head
There's something outside. Look!
What?
Look!
What?
Crap! It's moving on the ceiling! Dude! How is that possible?
It's laughable. What?
You know we're both sat here. Let me just turn that. Oh my god. I don't know what to say, guys, but I think we've just caught some stuff on camera which I didn't think you could do you know what, I don't even like sitting here with that gap there.
That gap down there, yeah.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I mean, it's kind of gets to see guys.
Oh, flipping out.
Whatever sense of comfort or peace they'd felt earlier had completely vanished. The cabin, which just hours before had felt like a rustic retreat, now felt hostile, heavy, as if they were no longer welcome. But with night fully set in, no phone signal, and their car parked miles away through unforgiving terrain, leaving wasn't a realistic option. And after a few drinks, it wasn't exactly safe either. So they did what they could. They sat by the fire trying to shake off the unease that had crept in so suddenly. The warm glow of the flames was no longer cozy. It was their only sense of safety in a space that now felt utterly unpredictable. Darren and Mike could only wait and hope that whatever was going on wouldn't escalate any further.
What the actual hell just happened there? Right, we need... Sorry about the lighting. I think we need to reassess what we do tonight.
Well, I'm not staying down there on my own, I'm telling you that.
There's just a big void there.
I think we should sleep in the same sleeping bag.
I'm sleep. I don't even know if I'm going to sleep actually. How can you sleep after that? Oh, God, do you know what? I hope whatever that was just stops now. Sorry for swearing. I might have to bleep that. Do you know what? I need a whiskey after that. Holy shit. But we weren't alone last night. When it started getting dark, that's when lots of weird stuff was happening and I just can't put my finger on it. And it's sort of almost got a fear of that big gap there. It's like I'm waiting for an hand to go. It's like, ah! I'm going to absolutely brick my load doing that.
The rest of Darren and Joe's night went surprisingly calm, although getting any real sleep was nearly impossible. The adrenaline was still pumping through their veins. Every creak, every gust of wind kept them on edge. But despite it all, they made it through the night safely. What they experienced in that remote shelter was unlike anything they'd ever encountered. It was supposed to be a peaceful escape into nature, but instead, it left them with more questions than answers, and a memory that would stick with them forever. One thing they both agreed on: whatever was in that house, it wasn't just the wind or their imagination. Something was there, watching, waiting. So, what do you think Darren and Joe encountered in that isolated shelter? Was it a restless spirit, or something even darker? If that first encounter already gave you chills, brace yourself, because things are only going to get worse. Just imagine spending the night completely alone in the woods, while unknowingly something is lurking just out of sight. It all happened on the night of February 7th, 2024. Bear, the adventurous YouTuber behind the channel, Exploring with Bear, embarks on a solo overnight trip deep into the woods. He's hoping for a night of eerie encounters, but what he gets is far beyond his wildest fears. Bear arrives at his campsite, sets up his tent, and starts a campfire. The forest around him is dark and silent, creating an atmosphere of suspense. As night falls, he prepares for bed, but the silence is soon broken by bizarre noises suggesting he's not alone.
Did some woots. I did a Bigfoot call for the first time. I think it was pretty... Branch just fall there? You guys hear that? It's like right outside the tent. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe, now that we got these fired up, we check out the offering tree, maybe the lake. So
After waiting for about 20 minutes without hearing anything further, Bear decides to investigate.
Man, I could use a better flashlight too. I gotta say, this flashlight is not very impressive. Alright, offering tree. Let me try to get this light a little better too. There we go. That's more better. That's more better.
He ventures into the dark woods, his flashlight cutting through the inky blackness. Just 5 minutes into his exploration, something unexplainable happens.
What the heck was that? That sucker came flying at me. That just fall from up the...
A branch crashes down in front of him, seemingly thrown with force. Opting for safety, Bear retreats to his campsite.
Sorry guys, I think I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sleep. And if I wake back up, I'll check back in. If I don't wake back up, I'll see you in the morning.
He hopes to get some sleep, but his ordeal is far from over.
I just heard I don't know if I was even all the way asleep or what, but there was a huge crash outside. More than one. More than one. Crap, wrong way.
Bear is jolted awake by a loud, unsettling noise coming from deep within the woods. His heart races. He can clearly hear footsteps, the sound of people moving right beside his tent, their presence just beyond the thin fabric that separates him from the unknown. Little did he know, this was just the beginning of a new wave of terror.
Something is standing right outside of the tent. It walked right up to the tent. Do you hear it? There it is again. What the heck is that? Oh. It's throwing stuff at the tent. I'm armed. Whatever that is, I don't know what. I almost feel like it could be people messing with me. I just heard it breathing. Oh! I can hear it. No, please, no, please, no, please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please leave, please leave. Please leave.
Something, or someone, starts throwing objects at his tent. Each thud against the canvas heightens his fear as he lies there, heart racing, waiting for the right moment to escape.
So it's been about 5 minutes and I haven't heard anything. But my heart's still about to beat out of my chest, and I'm gonna take this opportunity and leave right now before whatever that was. Sounded like there was 2 of them. There's people, creatures, whatever that was. I am leaving before they come back. I do not feel safe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not. Yeah, right now I hear nothing. I'm getting out of here.
With a surge of adrenaline, Bear seizes the moment to flee to safety, leaving his gear behind. The next 7 days are a blur of fear and anticipation. When Bear heads back to his campsite, he finds something even more terrifying.
It's been about 7 days since the camping trip now, and everything. I left everything here, my chair, my tent, everything. And I've just now mustered the courage to come back and get it. So now I got the camera going just in case anything happens. Oh, no frickin' way. Man, wait till you guys see this. Man, I am so glad we left. Man, I'm so glad we left, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Frickin' cinder block. Someone destroyed the frickin' tent. I wonder if they thought I was laying in there when they threw that block on it. Man, that would have messed me up. Man, it looks like somebody was trying to hurt me.
The memory of that night remains haunting. And this mystery is just one of many bizarre events caught on camera. Let's take a look at this chilling camping encounter clip that left viewers equally baffled. That was posted on the TikTok account Zaniagar, a page usually known for lighthearted and fun content. But this particular video, posted on November 8, 2020, was anything but fun. The footage shows a man named Matt driving his work truck late at night. He was heading back to the campsite where he and his family were temporarily staying while their house was under construction. On the way, Matt noticed how unusually large and bright the moon looked and decided to film it so he could show his kids later on. But while he was focused on capturing the moon, something happened. Something sudden and completely unexplainable that turned this ordinary drive into a chilling and unforgettable encounter.
Big the moon is, it's really big. Anyway, it's pretty cool. What the hell? No. No, 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 no. Wait, there's nothing there.
As you can see in the clip, it first appears as though Matt had run something over. When he checked his camera footage, there was clearly a person lying in the road. Alarmed, Matt immediately stopped the truck and got out to help. But when he looked around, there was no one there. Understandably shaking, Matt tried to make sense of what he'd seen. But just as he turned back toward his truck, the figure was still there. Yet Matt couldn't see it with his own eyes, only through the lens of his phone. And as he looked again to make sure that he wasn't getting crazy, the figure was standing upright on the road. And that was more than enough for Matt. He jumped back into the truck and drove away as fast as he could, completely rattled by the surreal and terrifying encounter. It's safe to say, this is a night Matt will never forget, and fortunately, he had the footage to back up his story. Without it, who would have believed such an eerie, impossible event? So what do you think Matt saw on that road? A glitch in reality? A restless spirit? Or something even more disturbing that we don't know about and can only be seen through a camera lens? Whatever it was, it reminds us that sometimes the things we can't explain are the ones that stay with us forever. And with that, we head straight into the next disturbing camping encounter. That was shared on Reddit by a user named BurntToast319 on December 28, 2024. It features a seemingly innocent moment during a family camping trip. Two kids, full of energy and excitement, enjoying time outdoors. Everything had been going great. Until one evening took a strange turn. Just before the sun began to set, the kids decided to walk to a nearby center to grab some candy from a small local store, something they'd done several times before. But on their way back to the campsite, with dusk creeping in and the woods falling silent, something caught their attention. They spotted a large house along the path, one they had passed earlier without giving it much thought. But this time, something strange appeared in one of the windows. Curious and slightly unnerved, they pulled out a phone and started filming.
Now it's not doing it. Once we points it out. And once I get out the camera. And then you can see the light. Oh my God, what is
What
that? And it's not a shape of a person either. What the f, bro? What the f is that?
And it could be part of a fan, but it would be going the
Yeah.
same amount of time. It's different times each time. What the
There's different durations. No.
The fact that I saw that in the corner of my eye,
What the?
it's actually f***ing creepy.
I thought you were just
No,
playing with me.
no.
What the? Seriously, what the f is that?
This weird, shadow-like figure can be seen darting back and forth behind the window at an almost inhuman speed. Its movements erratic, unnatural, and deeply unsettling. And then, at the very end of the clip, it suddenly stops. It stands still, right behind the glass, its form nearly filling the entire window, as if it's watching them. That was the moment the kids decided they'd seen enough. Terrified, they backed away and quickly left the area, running back toward their family. No further context was ever provided, but we can only hope they made it back safely and without further incident. One thing is certain, this eerie sighting must have left a lasting impression on them. The Reddit user who posted the video hoped someone online might offer a rational explanation, but to this day, no one has been able to say for sure what the kids actually saw. Most commenters admit they were just as creeped out and baffled. So, what do you think they saw through that window? Was it a trick of the light, a person playing a cruel prank, or something much harder to explain? Whatever it was, this unsettling encounter serves as a chilling reminder. Curiosity is powerful, but sometimes it's better not to look too closely. Now, let's dive into the next clip, where once again, someone's camping adventure turns into a terrifying experience. This is Levy, who you may know from his YouTube channel, Ghostia. With a passion for urban exploration and a fascination for the dark mysteries our world hides, Levy brings his viewers along on spine-tingling adventures into the unknown. In this particular clip, Levy investigates an abandoned house deep in a remote area, joined by his friend, Joe. The chilling story behind this place adds an even darker layer to the atmosphere. The former owner, an older woman, allegedly went on vacation for several days, leaving around 20 animals behind in her home, with no food, no water, and no care. Tragically, none of them survived. After neighbors alerted authorities, the police intervened and arrested the woman, and to this day, she remains behind bars, serving time for this heartbreaking case of neglect. Knowing this horrifying backstory only adds to the eerie energy of the house. But Levy, driven by curiosity and the urge to document the unknown, is determined to spend the night there with Joe, something they might regret later. It's December 20th, 2024. Joe arrived at the location a bit earlier than Levy. At first, it seemed like no big deal, but as he waited outside the decaying house, a cold unease crept over him, like something wasn't quite right. And that feeling would only grow stronger as the night unfolded.
I was sitting here, waiting for you, and you're like, yo, it's gonna be 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like sitting here, kind of chilling. And then I start hearing noises, and I swear I saw a light in the house.
Really?
It was like a red light.
Okay, damn. I don't think nobody's there. Hopefully nobody's there.
I don't think so. I don't know.
The eerie feeling surrounding the place is undeniable, and they haven't even stepped inside yet. Both Levy and Joe are already questioning their decision to sleep here tonight, but determined to stick to their plan, or at least last as long as they can, they push forward. As they enter the house, the air inside feels heavy, almost as if the walls themselves are holding on to something dark. They begin exploring the building room by room, trying to get a sense of the layout and scout a possible spot to rest, if they'll be able to sleep at all. But it doesn't take long before they start to notice a creeping tension that makes it clear. Something is very off in this house.
Okay. The fingerprints. Oh, shit.
I know they're just animal prints, but they almost look like...
I don't know.
I mean, why would there be like footprints right there?
Yeah. And look at that one right there, the little one. Can it be animal prints?
The one on the bottom looks like an animal print.
Okay.
They've only just stepped inside when something chilling happens, although they don't realize it at the moment, that their camera picks up a strange voice on the audio. It's faint, almost easy to miss. But if you listen closely, you'll hear it.
Can it be animal prints?
The one on the bottom.
Can it be?
It almost sounds like someone else is in the house with them. And when you add the detail Joe mentioned earlier, how he saw a strange red light coming from the direction of the building while waiting for Levy, it becomes even more unsettling. But unaware of the captured voice, and still brushing off the red light as nothing serious, Levy and Joe carry on, continuing their walk through the house. Room by room, they grow more amazed by the state of decay, the eerie silence, and the fact that nearly all of the furniture and personal belongings are still inside, as if time simply stopped. But just as they begin to settle into the rhythm of their exploration, they stumble upon something that makes their blood run cold, and confirms this building holds more than just the past.
This back room, yeah, this is just wrecked.
Feels weird in here too.
You want to sleep on this bed tonight?
Sure.
Okay. You get sick, don't say I didn't. I warned you.
Look at this couch. You could tell it's like the 70s right here. This couch at least.
Yeah, dude. Sure.
Yo, you ready? Check this out.
Whoa, what?
Yep. They've been there for who knows how long, bro.
It's like perfectly painted too.
Yeah.
What's this? I thought that was like a doctor's jacket. Look at this. Okay.
Just the wheels and everything.
Wow. Yeah, so they have been doing rituals here, huh?
Yeah.
This discovery only made things worse. The idea of spending the night in this house started to feel more and more impossible, and doubts started creeping in fast. Still, Levy and Joe weren't ready to give up just yet. They were determined to stay as long as they could, and get to the bottom of whether this place was truly haunted. So far, nothing unexplainable had really happened since they stepped inside, aside from the voice they didn't notice at the time and the heavy, oppressive atmosphere that clung to them like a shadow. But that silence wouldn't last much longer, because just as they began to let their guard down, something happened that changed the tone of the night entirely.
Oh, look at the attic right there, bro. That place is so creepy, man. Yeah. Next to that room too.
Stuff here.
I have like a weird, I don't know, my stomach feeling kind of weird. The clown room was right there. Oh. What was that?
Hello?
Sounds like a can, right? Can you
There's
see
a
that
can
one
right
there?
there.
Where that came from, though? It came from up here? I'm not going up
Had
there.
to.
I'm not going up there, bro.
It had to. It sounded like it went down the stairs.
Hello, somebody up there? I'm not going up there.
Is that where it came from?
I don't know, I think so, because... Nah.
Hello?
I mean, fuck it, we got to, but...
I'm shaking right now.
Yeah.
I'm shaking.
Can somebody tell me who threw that can?
I'm shaking, bro.
Damn, look at you, bro, shaking.
I'm shaking, man.
Alright, wanna take a break? I got a weird sharp pain.
They couldn't shake the feeling that someone had to be upstairs. But when Joe went to check, there was nothing. Just more dusty furniture and abandoned belongings, frozen in time like the rest of the house. Now having seen every room, Levy and Joe decided it was time to pull out their ghost hunting equipment. Something was off here, as if something was with them. So they began their investigation, asking questions into the still air while monitoring their devices closely. To their surprise, the equipment started picking up some activity, but no clear responses. No names, no messages. Just enough to suggest a presence, but not enough to understand it. The lack of real communication only deepened the mystery. Why was it hiding? What didn't it want to say? The atmosphere remained heavy, and the idea of sleeping in the house now felt more like a joke than a challenge. Still determined to communicate with whatever was in here, they gave it one last try, turning to the Ouija board they'd brought with them, hoping it might finally provide a breakthrough. At first, nothing happened, but just as they were about to give up, ready to pack it all in and leave, something strange happened.
You okay? What happened? What happened?
Something just pushed me.
I'm playing games.
I'm
Playing games?
You can't be playing like that, was. We gotta get out of here.
I don't want to be here anymore, dude. Oh my god, I almost fell in this hole, bro. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, let's get out.
I'm done.
A wave of dizziness and nausea washed over Joe, forcing him to sit down and catch his breath. It was as if the house itself had turned on him. Concerned, Levy quickly helped him gather his belongings so they could get out of there as soon as possible. They had pushed their limits, and the house seemed to know it. But just as they reached the doorway, ready to leave the oppressive energy behind, something stopped them in their tracks.
I don't know, it's up to you.
I should just leave it here.
Yeah.
I should just leave it.
Yo! Oh. What the fuck was that?
Something just ran down the stairs.
What?
I'm getting out of here.
That fuck.
They were already on their way out, but now they had even more reason to leave this place behind. Fast. The plan to sleep inside the house already felt off from the very beginning, but now it was crystal clear. Staying the night would have been a huge mistake. With all their gear in hand, Levy and Joe rushed outside, hearts racing and nerves shot, leaving the eerie house behind once and for all. Whatever was inside, whether it was a spirit bound to the tragedy that once unfolded within those walls, or something else entirely, had made itself known, and it clearly didn't want them there. So what do you think was going on in this abandoned home? Was it the lingering energy of something dark and restless? Or could there have been someone, or something, still hiding in the shadows? Let me know what you believe. And while you're still thinking about that, get ready, because the final disturbing camping encounter in this video is about to take things to a whole new level. This final clip was captured and shared by YouTuber Frankie Cuellar. While Frankie is usually known for his fun and lighthearted content, like product reviews and informative videos, this particular upload was something completely different and deeply unsettling. It was the night of March 14th, 2018. Frankie had just returned late to his Airbnb after spending an enjoyable evening out with family. He was staying in Kissimmee, Florida for the weekend and expected nothing more than a quiet night's rest. But as soon as he stepped through the door, he heard something that froze him in place and sent chills down his spine.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Sounds like it's coming from back over here, but there's nobody that lives back there. There's nothing but woods back there. Man, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. Fuck this shit.
Under the video, Frankie explained that after hearing the disturbing sounds, he didn't stick around to investigate. Instead, he grabbed his keys, got in his car, and drove straight to his sister's house. Thankfully, she lived on the other side of the city. At the time, he feared that someone might have been getting attacked, or worse. But the fear was too real, and whatever was happening was something he wasn't willing to face alone. To this day, Frankie says he has no idea what those sounds were, or what might have happened that night. And watching the clip, it's hard not to wonder. Was it a crime in progress? A coincidence or eerie timing? Or something far more unexplainable? One thing is for sure, whatever it was, it left a lasting impression on Frankie, and anyone who watched the video. What do you think really happened in that Airbnb that night? Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, subscribe to our channel and click to see more on the video on screen.